Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Monty Puck with Puckin' Around, and today we are reviewing the November 1st, 2025 game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Philadelphia Flyers. Of course, the Blue Jays game is on at the same time, so I was dual screening this once the Jays game started at 8. But this was a pretty eventful game for a game that hardly anyone was paying attention to. Just past a minute into the first, Travis Konecny dumps the puck in, and then he goes in to get it. He chips it to Nikita Grabankin, who's a former Leaf, and Grabankin throws it out front to Christian Dvorak, who snaps it home to make it 1-0 for the Flyers early on. With just under 14 left in the first, Austin Matthews takes a shot that Tyson Foerster blocks. The Leafs cycle around, and as Foerster is recovering and gets up, Matthews finds Riley, who takes a slap shot that Foerster also blocks, and it takes a chunk out of him, and he stays down for a bit. The Leafs cycle around, taking advantage of the down man, and Riley gets it to Matthews up top, who rips it through traffic and in to tie the game 1-1. Garnet Hathaway hit Ekman-Larsson awkwardly as Sammy Blais hit Hathaway a little high, getting his revenge for a couple of hits that Sammy Blais felt were cheap earlier on, including a cross-check by Noah Juleson and a kind of push slew foot by Hathaway up against the boards. Ekman-Larsson was slow to his feet and went to the Leafs dressing room, although he did return and seemed okay. With around 7 left in the first, Travis Konecny gets a stick up high on Easton Cowan and takes a high stick in minor. He was upset because McCabe had gotten him up high earlier with no call, and he had talked to a ref during a commercial break about it, and the ref did not seem happy. And then after he took this penalty, he got into an argument with the ref again due to the call, and he got a 2-minute technical tacked on to make it a 4-minute power play for the Leafs. And then shortly after that, Ekman-Larsson with friendly fire accidentally hits his own countryman, Calle Jarnkrok, with a point shot that appeared to hit his left knee with just over a minute left in the first. He needed a little help up into the room, but he returned for the second and seemed okay for the rest of the game. Almost 2 minutes into the second, Trevor Zegras gets a big slap shot one-timer on the power play, and it hits both posts and goes under Anthony Stolarz, who somehow pins it against the ice to stop it. With just under 12 left, Chris Tanev passes across to the point to Jake McCabe, and he just flicks one in that beats Dan Vladar. Now it's 2-1 Leafs. With just over 2 minutes left in the second, John Tavares goes between his legs to get the puck up to Nyes, who rushes in with Nick Robertson. Nyes drops it back to him, and Nick Robertson rips it glove side to make it 3-1 Toronto. Then, about 30 seconds into the third, Tavares flies into the Flyer zone, and he drops the puck to Easton Cowan, who rips home his first NHL goal, 4-1 Toronto. A shot from the point by Igor Zamula is tipped in front by Rodrigo Abels shortly after, and Stolarz gets a piece of it, and then it bounces in. The refs call a high stick on Abels and no goal, despite it not really looking like a high stick. The refs and linesmen convene and make another no-goal call after talking at center. With about 11.5 left, Matvey Michkov bumped into Chris Tanev with an interference play that looked like a complete accident, and this was very scary. Tanev remained motionless and needed a stretcher. The refs called a major on the interference to review it and see if he would get a game misconduct. After review, Michkov gets a 2-minute minor for interference. And Chris Tanev gave a little thumbs up while he was being stretchered out, which hopefully is a good thing. It's a shame because he just came back today and is now immediately injured again. After that, Noah Juleson interferes with Matias Michelli, but there's no call. Then Garnet Hathaway crashes into the Leafs net and gets taken down and roughed up by Simone Benoit, who kind of throws some punches and shoves at him while he's on the ground. And for that, Benoit gets a minor for roughing. Flyers go to the power play. They pull the goalie, and then with the 6-on-4, Trevor Zegras finds Tyson Foerster, and he rips a slapper home to make it 4-2. With around 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third, Ekman-Larsson cross-checks Bobby Brink awkwardly into the boards, and he appears to have hurt his leg. He then gets attacked by Foerster, and a whole scuffle breaks out, and Nick Watt and then Anthony Stolarz were both dragging Trevor Zegras around by his collar like he was their son. It was pretty funny. And then the Flyers go to the power play with Ekman-Larsson getting called for boarding, and that was the only penalty out of that. Stolarz made a series of big saves on the Leafs penalty kill, and then some pushing and shoving in front, and Stolarz's net came off as the Flyers were trying to re-enter the zone because the net got pushed off. Leafs cleared the zone. Flyers tried to re-enter. The refs noticed the net was off. Blew the whistle, much to the chagrin of the fans and the Flyers. With just under 20 seconds left in the game, the Leafs clear the zone after killing the Ekman-Larsson penalty, and then Calle Jarnkrok speeds in and flips one into the open net from center ice to make it 5-2 and seal this one. I really hope, and I think I speak for everyone when I say we all really hope that Chris Tanev is going to be okay. You know, at this point, it's not about him rushing back or anything like that. He said that the concussion he suffered against New Jersey that originally put him out when he bonked heads with Mercer, he says that was not his first concussion, which, you know, he's been around for a while in the league, so of course not. And now this one too, to just have 2 back-to-back concussions in close succession, it's always dangerous. Really hoping for Chris Tanev that there's no long-lasting effects and that he's okay. With that being said, I'm going to go get back to the Jays game because it's the bottom of the 6th right now, and it's 3-2 Jays. But thank you guys very much for listening, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out. Go Leafs, go. Go Jays, go. Let's bring it home, boys.